What's going on, everyone? Benjamin Dixon with the Benjamin Dixon Show, and I'm not going to spend long on this video at all because it's really quite simple. The president used the N-word. He said nigger in a discussion, a nuanced discussion about the reality of racism in America. And there are some people, including the mainstream media, some conservatives, who are losing their minds. They're using this as an opportunity to call the president a racist. That shows just how intentionally obtuse and simple these people are. Because if you cannot see the difference between the president using this word to demonstrate that that is not the only context in which a racist event can happen, and instead you use it to say that President Obama is a racist, then you're not operating with all of your digits. There's something wrong with you, but I think it's just being intentionally obtuse in the sense that you get to distract from the real conversation. So long as they're allowed to make the conversations and the national discourse dumbed down, we'll never have a meaningful conversation. And I blame the media for this because right away CNN went straight to whether or not his words were offensive. No, his words were not offensive. They're offensive only to people who are intentionally simple, right? The same people who see nothing offensive about flying a Confederate flag, which is the symbol of racism and white supremacy. So I have nothing negative to say about what President Obama said, except for what one of my good friends, Kevin, brought out, is the fact that it took something like this for the president to have a conversation. It took something like South Carolina. I'm going to slow down a little bit. It took something like South Carolina, 9 people getting killed, for the president to have a meaningful conversation on race. That is that's unfathomable for me. The president should have been talking about this all along. So I'm not tripping over the fact that he said nigger. I wouldn't even care if he said nigger. It absolutely doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is that we have to see 9 people get killed before we can have a meaningful conversation across the United States about race. And I'm thanks to Kevin for bringing that out to my attention. So for everyone who's trying to have to dumb this down, they're really disingenuous because some of those same people are flying the Confederate flag. Some of those same people use racially tinged words like welfare queens and thugs, the dog whistles. So I completely disregard all of those people. And the media, CNN, you really got to step your game up because that is not the conversation that needs to be had right now. The conversation that needs to be had right now is whether or not what President Obama is precisely correct. The words that he said, whether or not they are precisely correct. And they absolutely are. You do not have to say nigger for something to be racist. And the fact that I just said nigger doesn't make me a racist.